Yo, what is happening, people? It is After Sound. So good to see you all here on a Wednesday afternoon. Like I said, we're gonna test out some other stream times, kind of just whenever I have some availability here, afternoons, evenings, mornings, whatever it ends up being. Let me just make sure everything looks good on the live stream. And I thought we could use this opportunity to maybe burn some SPS, but I know we were live last night for just a short bit. We had Walking Keys hop in, but the good people over at the People's Guild were doing some cool a cool live stream last night. So I didn't want to compete with them, and just went over there and decided to chat and had a good time. And it's always fun. Always super fun. But I don't think anybody else is streaming right now. So now I'm going to hop in and see where things are at overall for the ecosystem. And we'll see if this ends up being a good time. Because what's interesting is yesterday I streamed and there were a couple folks who were like, oh, this is a cool time. I like this time. And actually, that was the time I used to do Splinterlands TV, which obviously is no more. But, you know, it was a cool opportunity. To jump back in around that time frame. Although we weren't on Twitch, so and I don't even know what the Twitch scene is like. Let me see. Is there anybody even streaming on Twitch right now? Sorry, I'm just gonna go down a rabbit hole here. So I have some energy that I need to use up, and then I was thinking we could do some challenges. I was gonna explain it later when more folks arrive. But if people don't want to do challenges, I am also totally cool with jumping over to Parallel. All right, so there's 12 people watching Splinterlands right now, and there's a Gold Members Arcade, one person streaming. Excuse me. And they are not even streaming Splinterlands. So what's that all about? Axie Infinity has 236 viewers. And let's see, nobody for Parallel, nobody for Undead Blocks, nobody for Blanco's Block Party, nobody for My Pet Hooligan. Ooh, Splinterlands is winning right now. Let's go. Although, you know what? I need to add Illuvium on here because I want to see Illuvium. Let's save this as a category. 19 viewers. Dang, they got us beat by 7 people. But you know what? It looks like the guys are actually playing Illuvium. Although I don't really know what Illuvium looks like. Only 2 streamers though. And then, yeah, I really, okay, Phaeton Arena. I think that's another one, right? Categories, there's nobody there. I'll have all these things change. Champions Arena. I can't even find the categories. Spider Tanks. Spider Tanks, 0 viewers. Legacy. I think that was supposed to be, let's see, categories. Oh, they have like Hogwarts Legacy, Uncharted. Never mind, they got a bunch of stuff. I can't find the one from Gala Games. So, hey yo, you know, it looks like at least there's a decent audience there for Splinterlands. It's just I don't know what this stream is. Gold Members Arcade. It's just like stars floating by. And it says free grain, DEC, SPS, and Starbit. So I don't really know what the stream is. I wonder if do they just do giveaways because it's just like free grain and stuff, which is interesting. But you know. So let's see. All right, we'll hop into a battle here, and while I'm waiting for it to pop up, Bitcoin Sig is in the chat. What's up? When Illuvium After Sound? You know what? Shoot, that's a great question. I can download it on like the Epic Store. Is that right? Gods Unchained. I do have Gods Unchained. I played it a very long time ago, but Tails walked me through the battles that I was doing, so I don't know what's going on with Gods Unchained, sadly. I have not been following, but I do want to try out Illuvium, and I see Bulldog absolutely killing it on some of his X posts. So, all right, let's see. Are we in? Okay. Ooh, interesting. Blast and Noxious Fumes makes for an interesting scenario. There's a decent amount of mana. This is interesting. I think I want to go with. Damn, this is tough. I don't even know. Okay, we're gonna do this. I want to try. Okay, we're gonna need him, and we're gonna need her, and we're gonna need him, and we need. Oh, but you know what? There's nobody to block. Okay, let's do this. This is such a weird lineup. I don't even know. I don't even know what I'm doing right now. I kind of just want to throw this guy on there for fun. It'd be nice to have someone with blind too. But you know what I also want? I also want. So many options, so many things to choose from. Okay, this is gonna be the weirdest team ever. I'm leaving 3 mana on the table. And you know what? We're gonna rock it like that. I don't know. I don't even know. I don't even know what's going on. But it's been a struggle at the beginning of the season. You know, I had the chance to jump up to Diamond, and I really wish I did. I decided to stay in Gold at the end of the season, which was kind of sad. Sounds like some construction's going on. Okay. So let's see. Oh, he's gonna hit for sure. Oh, well, there's a miss. But this dude's gonna hit for sure. Oh, nice miss. Okay. So far, so good. Oh, that's not cool. Damn. Okay, well, that's interesting. Healed. He's gonna get hit again. And now that dude's even faster. I think I'm gonna lose this just because of pure, like, I don't know. Yeah, because now this dude's gonna be too big. Look at him, he's doing 8 damage per turn, and then I need to stick another poison on him. Oh, we needed that poison that turn. Oh no, actually we have a couple more turns. Maybe 2 more turns. Okay. So that's going to be helpful. And actually, we don't need the poison. It would be helpful, but we don't need it at this point in time. But it would most definitely be helpful. The only thing I need to make sure of is that they don't kill my Oshur. Okay, we got the poison. Beautiful. I can't. Okay, heal. There we go. Heal Oshur. We cannot lose Oshur no matter what. Boom. Shakalaka. Oh, yeah. It's game, set, match. That's what I'm talking about. Sweet. Okay. I like this squad. 3.2 SPS. What's up? Okay. No, I meant Gods Unchained higher ranked than Splinterlands on the categories. Oh. Good question. Let me check. I mean, there was no ranking. I was just trying to see how many live viewers at this moment in time. But you are absolutely right that we should check Gods Unchained too. Gods Unchained. 90 viewers. Ooh, Gods Unchained killing it right now. I mean, Parallel's got 0. Splinterlands has 12. If that's even 12, it's just people watching a blank screen. All right. Gods Unchained it is. Gods Unchained is the winner. There's no doubt. Play-Doh Zero, who's burning SPS? I think we can burn some SPS right now, and I'm going to get into it in a minute. I just want to use up this energy. But good to see you, Plato. All right, so plus, as far as I know, to make an arena team, you need to use the website, plus the Dex and PFP, TCG are also currently web. All right, interesting. Did not know that. Yo, birds, bees, and trees, what is going on? Good to have you here. How many more energy we have? Okay, so here's my rough idea, and we don't have to do it all today. I mean, we can do some if people are interested, but I think what I'm going to open this up to now is doing some challenges to burn SPS. Because I kind of got this idea talking on their stream last night, the People's Guild. Although I'm going to do it slightly differently. I suggested for them, it's just like, oh, play each other, and then the loser has to burn like 50 SPS. All right. And again, you can keep the DEC, but you just have to burn the SPS. But I have an idea. I have an idea that I want to run by you guys and see. I have an idea that I want to run by you guys after this. I'm just trying to figure out how I want to run this thing. You know, at least, oh no, they can totally go with Grim Bardoon. So most likely we're going to get a Grim Bardoon Smith. And I'm just trying to figure out if we can we build our own BYOB? Build your own BYOG, build your own Grim Bardoon? I don't think so. Because immunity. Oh, well, you know what? I mean, there is Evelyn. Well, she's going to get taken apart so fast. Okay, so here's my idea. I think that we should go you, because we'll build up Void Dragon. Then we definitely need you for, I mean, at this point, I think Captain Katie's got to be in the mix, right? I mean, we could go with Larissa, but I think I like Captain Katie better, especially because we can get some snipe action in the mix. Okay, so we're going to order them like this, like so. Okay, we're going to Venari Muskrat it. And then we have a ton of mana left, which means this is perfect for... Oh, what do we do? You know what? Let's go Chaos Dragon. Now I don't have, that means I have nobody like attacking in the back, or I'm not taking advantage of that triage at all unless they have Scattershot, which they may. Oh, they did not go with the Grim Bardoon Smith. So we're going to try and take advantage of the blind and Void Dragon. But you know what? Oh, Dampier Stalker with that True Strike is going to be a menace. Not cool. Out. See? Okay. Actually, see, it's a good thing we got Lily in the mix. All right. So we got 1. And 2. Oh, no. Oh, gosh. Now they're just as fast. That's not who you needed to attack. Chaos Dragon, we really needed you to attack that back line. Oh, and wow, we're just gonna miss now. Like it's nothing. Oh, you couldn't. Okay, actually, that's fine. We didn't need the poison there because boom. So now they're gone. Oh, damn. That hurt. Yep, that hurt a lot. I mean, that helps a little bit. And now he's gone, right? I think we still have a chance here. Ish. Oh, see, that was a huge miss. That sucked. That really sucked. Clutch. Oh, it'd be great if Captain Katie was going. All right, hey. Look at that. Look at that. We're making moves. We're making moves. I think we got this. They're going first, so we're going to get hit pretty big. Yeah, ouch. But then we got some armor coming back. And then I think it's magic spam from there, right? Oh, ouch. Mm. Hmm, hmm, hmm. Oh, come on. Blight, we could have really used that poison. Wow. All right. Well, he's got 20 health. Man, we could have really used that poison again. Damn it. Okay, clutch. And now that's it, right? This should be game. I mean, we can heal so much per turn. So it ended up still working out in our favor. I think we're okay. We did it without Grimbardoon Smith. Check that out. 3.5 SPS. And it is still early in the season. Very fresh. My rewards were kind of garbage, I think. I can share it with you here. I think it was like 100 SPS total. A couple of epic cards. I didn't really pay attention. No legendaries again for the second. I think for the second season end rewards in a row, no legendary cards. So that's always going to be painful. And that kind of makes me wish I jumped up to diamond just so I can get diamond level rewards. But I have so many of these cards already. I mean, at this point, if you're here and you've been playing, you're probably going to end up with a gold foil soulbound reward card. It's not going to mean anything. Excuse me. All right. Birds, Bees, and Trees says 12 was praising you this morning and your consistency. Oh, well, 12 is an awesome dude. Shout out to him. I appreciate that. Thanks for letting me know, Birds, Bees, and Trees. So Oct 12 is in the house. Ghostly BG. Still waiting for one single BCX for a maxed soulbound. What's up, New Age? Which one are you waiting for? Oh, I need to throw this out there. I was talking with Darkest Night, and we're thinking about. He like mentioned it because I was like, "Oh, are we gonna do After Dark again?" And we're like trying to figure out like when would we do it and where would we do it. And I know there's still like the thing that we want to do in Philly with the team. I just haven't had a chance to reach out to Matt, and I feel like he's been super busy. But I'm thinking we can do. So I was like, oh, we should. I was more so. It was like, let's meet up again. We should do something, and if there's Splinterlands folks that want to come through, we can. And I was thinking, oh, well, maybe we should do the West Coast this time because I know there are a couple of Cali folks that wanted to come through, and going to the East Coast was a little tough. And then he's like, why don't we do Vegas? And I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm in. So I don't know if people would be down for that, but I'm going to start floating that idea around. After Dark 2 in Vegas sometime in Q2. So, within the next couple of months-ish here. Not Q2, I don't know, like April, May, we'll see. But just throwing it out there. And I mean, this would be more so just wanting to go hang out in Vegas. There's not going to be like anything crazy, but it'd be cool to just get a Splinterlands group out there. So if people are in, I was just checking hotels for like the last weekend of April. And here's the thing. I mean, unless you want to go stay in the fancy hotels, we could totally stay off strip. Like what we were thinking about, if we want to do like an actual like group event or whatever, was like if we didn't do Vegas or if we did something, we could like get a cabin in Tennessee or just do, Airbnb in like some other random city, just because like, it brings everybody together. We had a good time back in Georgia with him. So we could do that, or actually Airbnbs look pretty expensive in Vegas, but we could just stay at like an off-strip hotel, and the prices were not bad. The prices were actually surprisingly low. I think everybody thinks Vegas is expensive, and there are definitely aspects of Vegas that are, but if you don't really care to be next to all that stuff, or like, I mean, for me, like I wouldn't mind staying like off strip at something that's, a little bit more casual. I'm there to see the people anyway and hang out, and then just take like an Uber ride over to the strip or whatever. So that's my thought. That is my thought. I'm putting it out there into the world, just putting some feelers out there for anybody who's like Midwest, West Coast, or even East Coast. If you want to come through, that is a thought. Just again, this is more like a casual meetup. Maybe we can get something going, and then I'm thinking let's let the team do their thing, and then hopefully we can make a Philly meetup a little bit later on in the year after a lot of the changes that we're expecting to go live actually go live. So Icy Flow Afterson, come join TNA since Darkest Night doesn't play anymore. He does, dude. He's playing every day. Well, I don't know about every day. I mean, he had his bot going for a bit, but You can see here in modern, he played 4 hours ago. We run into each other a lot now, which is funny because we just start talking shit to one another, which we couldn't do before because he'd always be in like champion, but because he doesn't like, he's like, basically he told me, he's like, I know that if I grind, I could probably get up to champion again, and there's only a couple cards that I need, but he's like, I'm just doing modern for fun, and it's fun to like run into me, right? Or he usually kicks my butts because he's actually got some of the good. He's got Grimbardoon. Right. Oh, you know what's funny? So I told him that this was the meta earlier today, because he's just like, what are the cards that I need? And I was like, I think one of the metas from gold upwards is Lily and Grimbardoon Smith. And so it looks like he's been spamming that, which I told him to do. It because I'm just like, just whenever you see Dragon available, just do it. If it's, make it your first thought. But it looks like he actually dropped down to silver. So yeah, I would struggle in silver too if I was there, or silver as well, I should say. Thank you so much for liking the video. I appreciate you. New Age says Avis. Oh yeah, he's I don't want to say underrated. I never use him, although he's not a bad pick just because you can throw him with like Pellet Core Conjure, but it's very rare that I use Avis. New Age, you'd be down for Vegas? Let's go, man. All right, that'd be pretty sweet. I mean, even if it's a small crew, I think we can make something happen. That'd be fun. All right, so Harry's asking, what are your thoughts on how you would handle unlocking soulbound cards? I'm not really qualified to give my opinion on this, even though I give my unqualified opinion in pretty much every video I put out there. But I will say that I really like the direction Matt went, because it's not just a trivial burn value, non-burn value. He's finally looking at things from a very holistic top-down view. And I don't mean finally in like a derogatory way, right? It's just like, I'm sure there was a bunch of other things it was difficult for him to kind of take that top-down approach, but I'm glad that the team is really taking this top-down approach now on everything, right? It's just like, oh, ranked, can we fix something? Should we fix this? Should we fix that? People are complaining about this. It's like, nah, let's wipe the board clean and figure out how to make ranked a better experience overall. New players, old players, good players, bad players, it doesn't matter, right? We want to make a better experience. So translate that over to unlocking of soulbound reward cards. That was completely out of left field for me. When he's like 18x multiplier or 18x, in terms of the burn rate. And the way that he explained it was, we did the math, right? We checked all of the different, how much cards, like basically what is the cost of bringing a card into fruition, right? Because that's essentially what it is. If you want to bring a card into existence, then it costs this on average, right? And that's essentially 18x the burn rate. So, or 18x the CP, we'll call it. So I was even a little disappointed because, he started backtracking right away in Discord. And then I think in one of the other, actually, I don't know. In Discord, he sent a message where he's just like, I'm not saying it's going to be 18x. I'm saying that's what the thing is. I'm like, no, dude, just put your foot down. I am totally in line with that. There should be a cost for flooding the market with cards. I don't mind a high cost, because at the end of the day, like, these cards should not become NFTs unless people really, really want them and they're willing to pay for it. Like, I don't understand the argument from folks who are just like, oh, I want to like, I want to just like unlock all my cards. It's just like, okay, it's going to be the same thing as those Pellet Core Bandits and the Pellet Core Conjurers, right? When you were earning those, or, that's probably a while ago, but when you were earning them and then you get a penny card, you didn't care, right? Because there was no value. Well, now you're gonna have to be thoughtful, and not just you, but really like a lot of the bot farms that are still out there, a lot of the bots that are performing. So I don't mind it being a high value. Does that raise the floor artificially? In some ways, yeah, it does. But at the same time, these cards are given to you for free. Okay. So and a lot of people are not going to like this. I've said this before, but I think that the only reward that should have any financial value in this game should be SPS, because that's the easiest to control. It is capped, right, in terms of its overall thing. And ultimately, like that should be good enough. If you in every other game, if you earn like cool accessories, cool other things to help you earn, those cards still have value, right? The soulbound reward cards still have value. I win with Possibilis because of that Coastal Sentry. That's probably my most used soulbound card. And so I'm just thinking to myself, like, that card has value to me because it helps me earn more SPS. I don't need Coastal Sentry to have a dollar value on it because I don't ever want to sell it. Now, is that different for people who have a ton of extras? And is that different for people that are just extracting value from the game? Yes, it is, because they want those cards to have value, but they're not going to have any value if everybody can unlock them for pennies. They'll have value if you put a little bit of a barrier on there and see what the demand is like. And if the demand pulls from that value, then we're gravy, right? Then you can sell. But if you just flood the market with them again, I really think that's not the best way to go. Ankh says, I told you Lily will be the best summoner in Modern. I mean, you called it. I don't remember, but I'll give it to you. I mean, Lily's quite powerful, but here's the thing. Lily is good. I don't know when you said this, but I think Lily became OP because of Grimbardoon Smith. It's the combo, right? It's like Llama Kron. Like, Llama's cool on his own and Kron's cool like on his own, but together, it's like peanut butter and chocolate. All right. Icy Flow, burn SPS to unlock soulbound cards, screw DEC. I'm cool with that too. Bitcoin say, do you have predictions for the next town hall? No. I mean, I have no idea, right? I'm not sure. I haven't been in like a team meeting or anything, so I have no idea where things are going. My guess, my prediction is that hopefully we'll hear something about land, because I'll tell you this. I mean, they were talking about all this land 1.6 stuff, and if we don't get a land update, meaning like anything 1.6 related, until like the second half of February, which is kind of what it would be if they didn't announce anything this week, that would be a little bit of a head scratcher for me. I mean, granted, I'm not commenting on like how fast or slow Far Patrol is working or whatever the case is, but it's like, if land and new player experience are your main things. Again, this is my own thing, right? This is my own timeline, but I was looking at all of the 1.6 like top items, right? So you got Soulbound unlock, you have the Grain LP, you have what's that called? Prefix titles. I think it's not unreasonable to expect those to come a month apart from each other, right? Just so that we can knock out all of 1.6 by the middle of the year. So we missed January already. Although you could technically say, well, no, we've missed January already because there was like no release mid-January. We got one release, which was good, right? We got Conflicts, but that was pulled over from December. So my guess and my hope is that we do hear something about land. When it comes to new player experience, I highly doubt that they have ranked all figured out. So I don't think that there's going to be like an overhaul to ranked. And in terms of like other new player experience, you know, it was cool to hear Nate talk about all the stuff that he was talking about last week. And I love Nate, but as I said, you know, in the town or in my kind of recap afterwards, like all that stuff was cool, but it all doesn't mean anything to me because it's just ideas. And they even said that, right? It's just ideas of things that they want to do, and they've gotten a little bit of a head start, but they're waiting on, you know, capacity from or resources from like the dev team. So like that's cool, but I don't know how to account for that, right? Like I don't know where the resources are. And here's the thing: if you're gonna tell me that they're putting resources towards like new cosmetic stuff versus land, which is that's not obviously apples to apples, right? You got Far Patrol working on land, and you probably have other devs working on things, but but it's just like. I would assume that like land's got to be somewhere. Oh, here's my bearish land take. All right, if you guys want Papa Bear in the house, here's my bearish land take. And I kind of even hinted at this earlier. I would like to see stuff for land talked about and discussed. I wonder especially with the killer whale stuff and the moon carts thing and all the and everything that's going on. I wonder if this massive pivot to new player experience, and I say pivot because like it wasn't really talked about right last year. I mean, we talked about new player experience, but then all of a sudden it's just like, oh, you know, Land 2.0 and Guild Alliances, all this stuff just went to the side. It's like we gotta focus on new player experience. So my theory, my going theory is that the new player experience has become probably one of the highest priority items, just because maybe they're hearing the same rumblings that I'm hearing about, or maybe they're believing the same rumors that I'm believing about, you know, gaming potentially really taking off later this year. I'm sure they're in much more well-connected circles in terms of hearing, hey, this game is going to launch, or this game is going to launch, and it has this kind of backing. And again, it only takes one. It only takes an Axie. And if an Axie takes off, you know, some kind of game takes off, everybody's going to be coming in. So that's my conspiracy theory in a good way, right? My conspiracy theory is like, oh, they know something we don't. They know something we don't. And it's just like, oh, we need to reskin this game. We need to make it look fantastic. And we need to get it done by April, because that's when the Bitcoin halving is. Oh, hold up. You know what? Okay, we have to do, okay, After Dark 2 is happening the end of April, because that is the Bitcoin halving. We're going to do it in Vegas. We're going to celebrate in style. You know what? I don't even care. That's the weekend that we're going to do it. I'm going to tell Darkest Night as soon as I'm off the phone, as soon as I'm off the stream, because I just realized that the Bitcoin halving is the last weekend of April. So it'll be fun to actually celebrate there. Okay. Sorry. Tangent aside. That is my prediction. I gave you my conspiracy theory. My prediction is that we hear something about Land, but my conspiracy theory is that Land actually gets pushed off to maybe Q2, and we don't hear anything about that until April, right? Because they're trying to get the, you know, new cosmetics, new things, and all this stuff, and maybe even a ranked overhaul by April. I would love that. I don't know how much work it's going to take. I don't know how far along in the process they were, but that's my conspiracy theory. My expectations that we hear something about Land, or my predictions that we hear something about Land. But if I go deep down the conspiracy theory rabbit hole of, and it's not deep down the rabbit hole, but you know what I'm saying? Like, if they've really pivoted hard, like this, the hardest left turn possible towards a new player experience, then I wouldn't be surprised if we don't hear about Land for a bit. What else could they be working on though? I'd love to hear something about Soul Keep, but I don't know. That's kind of down the drain for me at this point. I mean, even Aggie was throwing some soft. He was I don't know what the term is. Just lobbing some soft grenades over in map chat, talking about how, like, you know, he was focused on getting Soul Keep out as soon as possible, but then he was ousted, right? Literally using the term ousted. That is almost a direct quote, but that is a direct term that he used, saying that he was ousted from the position and that Matt and the board went a different direction with Soul Keep. So I would love to hear something about Soul Keep, but I don't know. So that's my prediction. I mean, it's terrible. I have no idea what to expect. But last thing I will say. My prediction for tomorrow's town hall, I hope, because Matt said this in the past, although, you know, teams always said a bunch of things, is that we get a roadmap. And I know roadmaps don't mean anything anymore, right? But I still hope that we get a roadmap just to give us an idea of what the team is trying to accomplish this year. And Tales from the Cryptmancer did a fantastic job going through previous roadmaps. If you guys haven't watched that video yet, I thought it was fantastic. If I was the team, I would look at that video and I would say, oh yeah, we should never put out a roadmap again. But just because we're going to get graded on it by Tales. But it wasn't all bad, right? 2022, 2023 wasn't all bad. In fact, there was a lot of really good stuff. It's just Land ended up being the plug on everything. So yes, I hope we get a roadmap. So was that 3 things? All right, something Land related, something Soul Keep related, and something and roadmap. I'll be happy if we get 2 of those. And a Soul Keep update is not, we're still working on it. A Soul Keep update is, we've signed the dotted line with a team and we're going to have them on a future town hall and they're going to talk about their plans on how they want to get it out. That is a Soul Keep update in my opinion. Okay. That was a very long rant. So let's catch up on the chat. How far behind am I? Only 11 minutes. Tails says, not sure the math is good. To be honest, it's kind of apples and orange comparison. I really need more analysis. I would love for you to jump into the numbers to see if you can come up with something different from what they had, Tails. But again, I don't mind the higher price, but that's just me. Chris J, what do we have to do to earn a soulbound card? Stake a massively inflationary token. SPS, own an ever depreciating asset cards, actually win battles, earn a chest, and rely on RNG to get a card. All right, massively inflationary token. Keep in mind, at the end of the day, I hate calling SPS an inflationary token because there is a hard cap on it. So like the dilution rate is really high right now, or as people say, the inflation rate is high. I don't know that I can agree with that first one. Stake a massively inflationary token. Well, here's the thing. You don't have to stake much. I mean, you could play down in bronze, or you could just have a 1x multiplier. You don't have to stake too much, and you'll still get cards. Own an ever depreciating asset cards. See, I like that one a little bit more. Although I don't like cards as an asset class, but each card individually is once again deflationary. But I'll actually give you that one. Own an ever depreciating asset with cards. All right. Uh-oh. What happened? All right. Did I freeze? I think we're back ish. Let's see. Stream health. Where are we at? Okay. Actually win battles. That's fine. Earn a chest and rely on RNG to get a card. All right, look at this. Actually win battles, earn a chest, and rely on RNG to get a card. All three of those? Dude, that's playing the game. That's playing the game, man. If you don't enjoy those three things, as frustrating as RNG can be, that's literally the game, though, right? Like, you're going to be doing that with any other game, Web 2 or Web 3. So, the only thing that I disagree with you on is staking a massively inflationary token. Because at some point, SPS will become deflationary. It's just who's going to have the patience to stick around to see if that actually happens. See, I kind of have an issue with the own an ever depreciating asset. But you know, I think that's a personal bias for me, because I just don't look at cards as investments. So I would never call it an asset, even though it is an asset. So the fact that it's depreciating doesn't bother me. But we can agree to disagree. I'll give you that one. All right, Ghostly BG. I got 2 BCX of Gold Foil Ava on my alt. My reaction was, oh shit, it's wrong account. Since I would have to pay 450,000 DEC to get her to my main account, and another 50,000 to get her on land. Such a great reward. Well, but doesn't this go in line with Matt saying he wants everybody to, like, you know, max out a single account rather than playing multiple accounts? I know it hurts because we're here in the moment, but that's kind of what he's been saying all along. Why do we need to pay more? You don't need to pay anything. This is the thing. You don't need to pay anything. You got the card. You got the card and you can play with it and you can earn with it. If you want to see just how against the grain I am, I've been holding myself back from putting a video out saying that I don't think soulbound reward cards should earn you anything until you unlock them. Okay? Like that's how extreme I'm trying to get with this thing. But I know that's going to rub a lot of people the wrong way too. The fact that you earn this card by just playing the game, and then it in turn can help you earn more SPS down the line, I think is awesome. I think that's enough, and there's a certain percentage of me that thinks it's more than enough. All right, Icy Flow. When DEC is probably set up, technically you would. I think 10x CP rate is good. I mean, maybe with vouchers, that's what it'll come down to. Guten Tag. What's going on, International Travel Channel? So New HS, I don't have an issue with the cost, but I do not like having a time limit to unlock. I would leave them soulbound to use them, but if I want to retire in 5 years rich, I want to be able to unlock and sell. Did they? I don't remember them remember hearing anything specifically about a time limit. Although, I mean, to be honest, New Age, I guess I would be against that, because I would want someone who comes in like 5 years later to be able to buy them. I'm open to the idea of you reduce the unlock time, right? Or the unlock cost, but it's time restricted, right? So let's say you do keep it at like 4x the burn rate, but they're only unlocked for 30 days. So you got to move it. You got to do something with it, right? You got to sell it. You got to transfer. You got to do something with it. After 30 days, it becomes soulbound to the account that it's on. That's actually a concession I wouldn't mind making. Not that I'm a decision maker. Chris says, so when there were 600,000 bots earning cards to sell, we have non-soulbound. Now we have a much larger amount of real players. That's untrue. And the real players can't sell their extra cards. We definitely have less real players today than we did when there were 600,000 bots. But to your point, I don't know. I don't know what to say, man. Like, the game as it was in 2021 was not sustainable. The game now, to a certain extent, is not sustainable. Like, all these moves they're making are moves towards sustainability. So I know people talk about like, well, they're just nerfing rewards left and right. And they are. Because they have to. Because otherwise it won't be a game. Like, play to earn is one of the biggest play to earn is like one of the biggest scams that everybody bought into, myself included, right? Like, oh, you can just, earn money playing a game for the rest of your life. What kind of value are you adding to the world by playing a game? To think that people in all different parts of the world can just go and play a game and that's going to add value and something tangible to the world? No, man, not a chance, right? Maybe if we're playing for Bitcoin, because at least Bitcoin serves a purpose, store of value, decentralized, but not with some random token that somebody made up. And yeah, that's SPS and literally every other shitcoin out there. Sorry, Bitcoin Max in me is coming out. So they're making a move towards sustainability. That means nerfing rewards because those rewards have been exploited like crazy. Does that suck for current players? Yeah. Will it suck for new players? I mean, technically yes, but they won't realize it because they weren't here when that was happening. I mean, maybe we just need to be happy we got to live through some of the golden age. But the problem is we can't even be happy about the fact that we lived through the golden age, is because we didn't cash out. And that's what everybody's so bitter about. Tails, you can't extract cost or value of a gold foil legendary by using average DC burn values from 4 commons, rare coming out of $4 a pack. You can't extract cost or value of a gold foil legendary. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Even if it cost more than a card than what it would be coming out of a pack, I wouldn't care. But again, I'm really on the opposite side of probably many people on this. I still think soulbound cards hurt the player experience more than it helps the player experience, both new and old. Gold foil should be half the CP. I mean, here's the thing. The only way, because, okay, I wouldn't be opposed to non-soulbound. I would not be opposed to non-soulbound. But in my opinion, the only way to do that is if you have massively decreased print rates. Meaning that, right, I don't know how many we printed now, but we printed like 4 million common cards we printed 4 million common cards for the second set of Chaos Legion. Let's put it this way. I'm sure the team knows how. Okay. All right. This will be fun. And I'll clip this because it's just a random idea that's coming to my head, but I think it'll be good. Maybe. We'll see. Here's how I would design it. I would have it so that you have a small amount of reward cards come out every 3 months, right? So you don't need to do a full set that's like 43 cards or something that's almost like a Rift Watcher mini set. You could just do it where it's like, I don't know, 12, 15 cards. And you set it up so that it rotates every 15 or every 3 months. In that time frame, right? People can earn them. They come unlocked. But here's the thing. The drop rates go way down because the print rate for those 3 months is determined by how many players are playing in modern, maybe, right? Because that's the best gauge that we have. In fact, I would, if I was on the team and I was designing it, I would absolutely do it that way because they have the numbers. We don't know how many people are playing in modern, but I would look at it and I would say, okay, there's we'll just say 1,000 players playing in modern, right? We want, I'm curious on this. Hold on. We want 1,000 players playing in modern times, what is it, 400? Okay, perfect. Check this out. 1,000 players playing in modern. We want each of them, while playing, to be able to have a maxed gold foil, maxed common card, right? 400 BCX. If you do 1,000 times 400, the print rate limit is 400,000, right? As opposed to the 4 million, right? There's 8 million Pellicore Bandits out there, and there's 4 million, what was the second one? Vampire Bats out there. But we would print 400,000 cards instead, just enough. And then when those 3 months rotated, right? So, it's January to March, all of a sudden April rolls around, they put out a new set of cards, another 12 to 15 cards, maybe one for each or two for each splinter and to each element and a, what's that called? And a neutral. They rotate it out. And at that point in time, they look over the last 3 months and they say, hey, oh, look at this. We actually had 1,100 players. So now the print rate jumps from 400,000 to 440,000. And then you go to the next month and all of a sudden it's just like, oh, you know what? It was kind of summer. So we saw players dip a little bit from, until June, right? So starting in July, all of a sudden we only had like 900 players playing in, what's that called? In modern. So we're going to reduce it now. Only 360,000 cards or copies of cards. And those will only be in print. Now, the thing is, people would then be upset because the drop rates would be so dramatically low, right? You'd open up a bunch of chests that had either potions, merits, or SPS that's like 0.001 SPS. But every time you get a card, you'd be happy because you can go sell it on the marketplace. And guess what? Those cards would actually have some value because they're putting it on the data, the 3 month rolling average of where the human player base currently is at. And I'll tell you what, if we did it that way, I think you get a lot of people scrambling to buy those cards and they wouldn't lose their value in the same way because we'd know A, the print rate beforehand, B, we'd know the time limit on when they run out, if they run out before or after. And then C, it's set at a level of a 3 month rolling average. So that's my literally off the cuff idea because we're talking about this right now. So is it a good idea? Is it a bad idea? I don't know. You let me know. But that's how I would design it personally. Yeah. Okay. Where did I leave off in the chat? Gold foil should be half the CP. All right. Soulbound cards backed by SPS. That way cards appreciate with SPS, but cards are burned into DEC. Icy Flow. I really like this idea. I don't know if they'd be able to implement it, but I'm totally game. And the reason I like this idea, because I don't think that you play, what's that called? I don't think that you play Parallel, but this is exactly what Parallel does with the Prime token, right? Every card in the game is soulbound, right? You can play the game and level your way up and it's free to play and you can level up your deck in Parallel all for free, but all of those cards are just soulbound cards. And in that game, you cannot win any Prime, right? The play to earn does not work because you cannot win any Prime. You can go up the ranking system, but you cannot win any Prime in the play to earn aspect if you don't own any NFTs. But in order to turn those cards into NFTs, you have to sync Prime. And sync is just their way of it's not really burning, it's just putting it essentially into the DAO, right? Or not that they don't have a DAO, but that's just for the parallels out there, yes, pun intended, for the parallel of like what Parallel is doing, Parallel TCG versus Splinterlands. That's exactly how they're doing it. Each of these cards, in order to be minted into an actual NFT, you need to sync Prime. So the actual number of NFTs is always going to be demand based. And I think that's brilliant, right? Because only people who are willing to pay for it to become an NFT are going to spend the Prime to do so. Otherwise, everybody else can just play for free. And they have a fantastic rank system and tournament system where even if you're a free-to-play player, if you're ranking near the top because you have a bunch of soulbound cards and you know how to play well then what? Guess what? You get invited to the tournaments and they have like, $10,000 to $12,000 prizes on these tournaments, over the course of a weekend. But again, it's a different model. But I think there's some merit to it. I think there's a lot of merit to it. And I wouldn't mind seeing some of that get adopted by Splinterlands to give the governance token, to give SPS a little bit more value. Direct value rather than indirect. All right, so Brandon says, soulbound cards are worthless to me now. Only useful reward is SPS, and those have been super low in chess and battles this season. Feels bad. Yeah, I know, man. I'm there with you, but I just feel like we need to figure out a way to get SPS into the stratosphere. All right, so there's only a flood of cards to hit. How far behind? Oh shoot, I'm like 20 minutes behind. All right, let me rip through these because I'm like getting super into the comments. All right, so there is only a flood of cards to hit the market because they allowed cards to pile up. If you let the stream flow, there would be no dam to explode. There's only a flood of cards to hit the market because they allowed the. Well, agreed. I actually don't. It's fun to get the multiplier on cards, but I wonder if that's going to end up being a mistake that maybe they fixed for Rebellion. If you make it so that there's no multipliers on cards, I mean, it's slow going, but then you don't get people, maxing out a deck or maxing out a soulbound card in, 7 months when it's supposed to go for 15 or 18. Unlocking fee. It's not like the price of cards won't include the price of unlocking plus profit. I would always just unlock everything. There's really not a downside. Well, there's a downside if there's no demand. You just leave it as soulbound because if you're not going to do anything with it, you leave it. Ox says, Lily even protects your backline from ambush. That's true. All right. So Brandon says, I agree with Chris J. Reward cards should be planned and dropped on a better schedule. In old days, it used to be 90 schedule for 4 to 70 reward cards into the mix. Be 90 schedule. I'm assuming 90 day. Oh, wait, so did you like my idea? I know that this comment is old, but I agree with both you, Brandon H. and Plato Zero. Icy Floor, I agreed. Burning SPS over DEC would be nice to unlock soulbound cards. That'd be awesome, actually, because you're just pushing the utility. You're kind of delaying the utility, right? If that DEC wants to come back out, it can. But if you do it with SPS, it's fantastic. All right, we need to do something for soulbound reward cards so that they keep some value for people who don't play Wild. As for me, once they rotate out, they are dead capital. The stream sounds juicy. Yo, what's up, People's Guild? Shout out. All right. Hey, can you wish Gemma happy birthday? Gemma, I'm sorry if I'm not saying it the right way, but Gemma, I hope you're having a fantastic birthday. And if your name is pronounced Gemma, then I'm sorry for saying that earlier. And I still wish you a happy birthday and a fantastic year ahead and many more. All right. People's Guild, howdy chat. All right, finding good solution for soulbound cards goes hand in hand with new player experience. Agreed. Yo, all right. I've moved to renting silver, gold for legendaries to play modern on my modern account. Nice. Red X, GG's yesterday. My orc should have engaged trample for the win. Was that against me? All right. So how is the earnings from land? I don't know. I just go and I hit a button every 7 days. I'm not really paying attention to it. I don't think that that's a good thing, but it's what I'm doing. In fact, some days I forget, some weeks I forget. So hopefully I can be better about it. I think that's wrong. In theory, cards are appreciating deflationary assets since the rarity is going up as players combine them down and printing stops. In theory, but we haven't had a good execution of it. Own and ever depreciating assets. Have any cards gone to zero since the game launched? Yeah, see, you know what? KQ Forever, you put that into words better. It's not ever depreciating, but value definitely goes down as they move out of they rotate out of modern. So Bitcoin 6 says they did say there was a timeline in the last town hall. Okay, I must have missed that. Apologies. KQ Forever, the amount of protest that soulbound cards will get in terms of cost will mean few will probably unlock them, which will actually keep their tradable supply quite restricted once it's finalized and high values. I think that's a good thing. There's a lot of cards that I wouldn't trade. sorry to make a detour, but like let's see here where I am. Or you know what? This will probably be better visualized on Soulbound Cards Monitor. So you can see most of my commons are almost there, right? Oh my God, 502, 500. Look at this. I'm playing in gold and I'm like over-indexing on these. So yeah, I mean, I have a bunch that I'd want to sell, but only if there's a market for it. But you know, you look at like my rares, for example, these aren't maxed out. In fact, I don't have a single one maxed out. So I wouldn't be a net seller on any of these. I mean, well, here's the thing. I'd probably end up selling the gold in the hopes that selling off the gold, unlocking and selling the gold for gold foil collectors will get me what I need to buy all of the other BCX that's remaining. Icy Flow says, well, we aren't spending peace and prosperity to all by playing an expensive NFT game. Nope, we are not. Aggie always made me laugh when I heard that. I mean, look, it's a good mantra for him to live his life by, but it's clearly not what a business. It's clearly not what this business is doing. And I don't mean that in a negative way. Business needs to make profit, right? So, I mean, in a way, we were giving away stuff for free. We still are giving away a bunch of stuff for free, but then that just devalues the stuff that people try to hold on to. So bro would love lower mints, already unlocked cards. All right, so okay, there you go. Oh, see, look, Chris and I now we're on the same page. Okay, deal. I'll take it. Non-soulbound, reduced drop rates. Boom. Okay, I'm totally in line with that because soulbound. It's not that I like soulbound. I think when you look at it in the context of where the team was a year ago, it was a band-aid solution. And I don't know if Matt would agree with that. Maybe he would, maybe he wouldn't. But it was a band-aid solution to, what we were clearly seeing was happening in the market. If they do an overhaul in terms of how ranked is played, I hope that overhaul doesn't just include the ranked reward system, but how they issue rewards out of that, including cards. And so going back to Vet or Brandon's comment earlier, and the idea that I was pushing out, where it's just like, if they can get more organized, reduce the drop rates, make it so that it's fun to actually get a card in a chest again, because reward chests don't have much value anyway. I'm cool with that, with them being unlockable, or unlocked, coming in unlocked. Yo, Dragon, what's going on? I'm just out for a walk and want something to listen to. Well, thanks for being here. RedX, thanks for liking the video. Blockchain projects. I like to see healthy competition between Matt and Aggie with their respective games. I hope Matt doesn't get triggered with Soul Keep tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, I like to see. I'm banking on healthy competition that both of them want to succeed to spite the other, right? And I hold assets in both, or I'm getting assets in both just by holding SPS. Chris J. Okay. Oh, we're caught up in the comments. I'm proud of myself. Almost caught up. All right. So Chris J. Big idea. What if Aggie forked Splinterlands since he was ousted and the DAO is going to have to pay SPL for work moving forward? I mean, wouldn't that be a move, huh? Would you go over to Aggie Lands? I don't know what you'd call it, but yeah, I mean, if you did a full fork, that'd be fascinating. Opens up some spicy conversations, indeed. But you know what? I'll tell you this, right? As somebody who's been here for the past 2.5 years, I'm not an OG by any means, but I spent more time watching and believing that Aggie and Matt could work together rather than seeing them not. And it's kind of tragic. It's kind of sad for me to see them being on opposite ends of this, because sure, do their ideologies not align on everything? Of course not, right? But their skill sets, in my opinion, their skill sets are very complementary. And again, I'm saying this as a complete outsider. Like, I don't know any of them personally. I got to shake their hands both at Splinterfest, but that's really it. So take this all with a grain of salt. But I do find their skill sets to be very complementary, right? And in my opinion, what they were missing and I'm not trying to make a comment on anybody else that's on the team, but what they were missing was a true operator, right? You had a CPO and you had a CEO, but what you didn't have was a COO, right? Somebody who could go in, get their hands dirty, and actually bring all this stuff to fruition. Because Aggie's great at selling stuff. Aggie's great at building partnerships. I mean, look at the Killer Whales thing, right? Can you imagine? I don't know. Maybe Matt can do it. And I'm not trying to tear any of them down. In fact, I'm trying to lift both of them up, because it's, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of Kobe and Shaq, right? It reminds me of Kobe and Shaq and the potential that they had on the Lakers all those years if they could just get along and figure it out. But you know, I look at it, it was just like, you know, Matt is brilliant in terms of like designing these economies out, and you leave him to his own devices and he can like figure out how to, like, you know, put a new ranked game together, figure out land, like the complexity of all this stuff. Aggie's great at like selling the vision, but they didn't have anybody, or at least, again, this is just a guess, I'm not trying to shit on anybody on the team. In my opinion, it just didn't seem like there was anybody that was actually good at taking what Matt pulled out of his brain, taking the vision that Aggie had, combining them together, and actually bringing it into existence, right? And that's like, to me, what a chief operating officer does, a COO, right? Or and again, it could be different from company to company, but you just need somebody who's going to take that and actually build it. Now you have, you know, Matt, who is playing the CEO role, right? When he really just wants to design games, which he's fantastic at. And you have Aggie playing this CEO role, which again, he's good at. I don't know what the what's that called? I don't know what the execution is going to be like, but I can already tell by the Arcade Colony white paper that I have a lot of reservations about like the design of certain things. For example, and I clipped a separate video about this from a previous live stream where I said I really don't think that we should be forking over the colony token, or not the colony, but like the script token, right? Everything for that new game, Moon Cards, it should be demand based. We shouldn't be trying to push that demand onto GLX, because I'll tell you what I'm doing right now. I'm throwing some stuff into the LPs, right? GLX and GLUSD, because I know that if I do that, I'm getting a decent APR now, and I'm getting I'll be getting an airdrop that'll essentially give me free packs in the other game. I won't have to spend anything, right? In fact, I'm on my like investment, if you want to call it, right? Throwing something into the liquidity pools, I'll be earning free stuff in another game, which I don't like the idea of doing that. I really like the idea of having the tokenomics be super pristine. So I don't know who designed the white paper for Moon Cards. In fact, I don't think it's a poorly designed white paper outside of that. But that to me represents like one glaring issue where I'm just like, yo, this is a missed opportunity here. This is a severely missed opportunity here, where you're going to have 250 million, 300 million colony token that's going to be minted in the first year. You're going to throw this game out there, which has a decent amount of hype just because it's a Unity based game. Make people burn some colony, and make it demand based. Don't give people like me who understand how to manipulate, like, you know, liquidity pools and take advantage of all this. Don't give me free packs. If I want to play, make me buy it, right? Make me buy it. So, you know, just kind of wrapping this whole thing up with Aggie and Matt. I just feel like it was the Kobe Shaq Lakers of the early 2000s that I wish they could have found a way to work together. But clearly it didn't happen. And I genuinely, sincerely wish them both success in their individual endeavors. Of course, I have a selfish interest in both of them succeeding, but I mean it sincerely that I want them both to succeed, because I think they're just trying to build cool stuff. And it's just sad that they hit a position, or they hit a place in their working relationship that they could no longer make that happen, that their visions differed too much. So that's all I'll say about that. All right, open some spicy conversations. Bitcoin SIG. All right, sure, but these are soulbound cards. You wouldn't sell or rent trade now. But if you want to leave the game later down the road, you would want to have unlocked before the time limit expired. True. All right, so Bitcoin SIG, I think they should bring back hard reward print counts in general and have reward cards just stop printing. I would love that. I would totally love that. I mean, it would make the game boring, but it would push us in the right direction. Icy Flow says, I'm pretty sure Aggie and Matt had board seats. Seems like Matt or another board member colluded to oust Aggie. I don't know, guys. I don't know anything about this. So like all the stuff that I said was literally it's from the heart. I have no idea how any of the inner workings. I don't even know like the other board members and how it is. It's just I just genuinely wish that things had played out differently, because I felt like the reason I'm still here, the reason I joined, not that I'm still here, but the reason I joined was because I genuinely appreciated both of them as individuals working together on something, because I didn't see that in a lot of other projects. And the reason I didn't see that in a lot of other projects is because they were every week AMAs being there with the community, which is, I'm still upset about the fact that they've reduced town halls, but it's okay. I can live with it. Yeah. Osku, which was a very good thing to do. I might have saved the game. All right, 100% feel you, Osku. Wait, hold on. What did you say earlier? Oh, hard print counts. Feel so much better about the gaming economy. All right, so KQ Forever. I agree. Forking over GLUSD to script is a very bad idea. But heck no, will you stop me from exploiting it also? That's what it is, right? Like, I mean, that's okay. Like, if you're gonna leave the door open, and it's not even like people are gonna thumb their noses at it because, or give you a stank eye. Yeah, I'll do it. I want some free packs. I can throw some stuff into the liquidity pools, earn a 15 to 20% APR, and then pull it out afterwards. Yeah, why not? It's a snapshot. I only need to do it for 5 minutes. All right, 5 minutes before the snapshot goes live. Elistios, GLG, Chibi Dino, Tower Defense, all been great success for sure. I know you're being sarcastic. Icy Flow, it was huge news that Splinterlands was the first crypto project to partner with Warner Bros. And nothing came of it. Such a missed opportunity. Yep. Does Aggie do a Steve Jobs in the future of Splinterlands? I'm gonna say that I hope not, because I hope he never needs to look back, because he's actually able to make GLS and Invenium and Arcade Colony very successful and has a lot of fun doing it. Again, I think Matt's doing a good job right now. I don't know how long he can stay in that CEO role and be happy. But that's not, that's based on like his words in the past, where he doesn't want to be CEO. He just wants to be the game designer. So I hope he doesn't burn out being CEO. Now Aggie is a fake it till you make it type of leader. Yeah, I could see that. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. The problem is when you don't execute, then everybody knows it was fake. Next, Netflix will tell. Is the show being picked up by Netflix? I don't know, guys. I mean, that'd be kind of fun, right? All right. Should we do another battle? Oh, okay. So here's my idea. And I know this is going to rub people the wrong way too. But I was thinking we could do challenges on the channel where if you want to challenge me, it has to be in gold. Okay. It has to be in gold. Okay. So here's how it works. In order to challenge me, you send me, I don't know, let's say 25, let's say 50 SPS, right? You send me 50 SPS. And here's the thing. Then we do a challenge. I'll send you a challenge. If you win, I will send you back your, well, no, hold on. Let me figure it out. Okay. So let's do it this way, because I really want to burn some SPS. So if you want to challenge me, you send me 50 SPS. Okay. No matter what happens, I'm going to burn that SPS for DEC. If I win, I send you back the SPS that you sent burned as DEC. So you take a 2.5% hit, but you still own the DEC. If you win, I still send you back the the DEC, but I'll delegate you 5,000 SPS for a week. I don't know. I'm just trying to find creative ways that we could do challenges here that burn SPS and give SPS a little more utility from just like a community standpoint. But we'll see. If anybody wants to, it's open now. You can send me a challenge. All right, no, you can't send me a challenge. You got to send me the SPS and then we do a challenge. We got to play in gold though. And if nobody wants to, then it's fine. Maybe it's a bad idea. See here, Icy Flow. If I win after time burns at 100 SPS, if I lose after time burns 100 SPS, that's what I was saying that they should do last night. So, People's Guild, whenever you guys do the next one, just make it that. Like everybody, just bring a stack of liquid SPS, and every time you lose, you got to burn it, right? You got to take a little 2.5% hit. You still own the value, right? You still own the value in DEC, but I don't know. That to me, that's a fun idea. All right, so Icy Flow says, I think Matt is growing into the role and won't leave the CEO position for a long time. Again, if he grows into the role because he's enjoying it, more power to him. Like I said, he's done a good job so far, and I'm curious to see how he operates throughout, hopefully an upcoming bull market, and then maybe more importantly, in the following or ensuing bear market that will eventually happen, because Matt by nature seems to be much more conservative. So Elysius, was Matt not talking about finding new investors for the game earlier when he first got in place in December? He's been talking. The team has been talking about that for over a year now, since November of 2022. I think Aggie was trying to seek out investors. That didn't seem to bring anything to fruition. And then when Matt took over in September, he said he would look for investors. But it hasn't been 6 months. It's been 4 months. And we haven't heard anything on that front yet. So, but it's been a busy 4 months. All right. Aggie's much more charismatic and more of a showman, a good chief FOMO officer, and probably better at selling the vision to VCs. I agree. He was good. He was great at selling us on the vision. It's just, unfortunately, it just ended up being a vision. So I love the People's Guild last night. Awesome input on fights. Yeah, we need more game-based, like actual game-based content, because I'm not doing it. Because I love the game, but I love the game economy more. So I'm glad to see People's Guild innovating and doing some cool stuff. All right, so Christian, there's a lot of things Aggie would do different to Matt. Matt already redesigned reward system in the middle of the last bull market. So he built a failed product last time. It was his sole responsibility. Man, I don't know. I don't think it's productive to go down this road because I'll tell you this. I'm not going to go down this road because I think it's hard to separate out who was responsible for what at a time when, your two co-founders probably weren't getting along. So I think it's difficult to lay the blame at any person's feet, right? And I've definitely been frustrated and upset about the same thing. But it's hard to figure out like how deep that rabbit hole goes. So Harry Leary says, I feel like more battles between our top real players with live discussion on strategy is more of what we need. All right. Could do that with the tournaments. Oh, damn, I can't stream this Sunday. All right, so quick update. Oh, wait, what time is it? It's almost 5:30 already. Hold up. Wait. Okay, so let's see. Stream schedule tomorrow. Something just popped up, so I probably won't be able to stream the usual Thursday, but Thursday morning. But that actually works out well because they have the town halls in the evening. I don't know if it's going to be always in the evening, but it's in the evening tomorrow. So I think that I will try to stream and just do something, after the town hall. Or, I don't know if people will be open to this. I'm usually just listening to it. So I'm curious if people would want to do like a live kind of reaction where we just hang out here. Listen, we've done it like once or twice in the past, but if people are interested, then I can hop in as soon as I'm free. And then we can chat about it afterwards. So we'll probably do that for tomorrow. And then Friday, this whole weekend's going to be tough for me. So next stream might be on Monday. I'll say this, and I might have to, I'm going to have to change my intro because the Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday mornings, I just have not been consistent with it, or as consistent as I would like to be. And the truth is, I actually want to stream more whenever I have the availability. So I kind of don't want to just limit it to, the Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday mornings. I mean, if I can, then I will, no doubt. But I don't know. I feel like there's so many games to play. I want to check out Illuvium. I want to play Parallel. Like had last night's stream been, significantly longer, and we chatted about Arcade Colony and all this stuff and just gotten into all of it. And it was cut off because I wanted to go hang out with People's Guild, right? They're cool folks. But had that not been happening, then I'll be honest, I think this stream today probably would have been a Parallel stream. Because I wanted to jump into it, but because I felt like I cut last night's stream off a little early, I was like, it's okay. We'll come back and talk more Splinterlands and Arcade Colony and all that, just because I hadn't had a chance to chat with you guys afterwards. And tomorrow's going to be Splinterlands again. So, okay. 5:30. We can go a little bit longer. Okay, hold up. Okay, there we go. Sorry, comments stopped popping up for a second. All right, where did I leave off now? Was this one? Now wants to do it again, which is fine, but now saying they're going to start charging the DAO for work. Oh, you're talking about Splinterlands team? Yeah, I don't know how that's gonna work long term, but I'm okay with it for now. I can't wait to. But here's the thing, you know what? Like, and this is why I just don't feel like we need. I feel like we don't need DEC. I don't believe we need DEC anymore. And I know that it's kind of a foregone. It's kind of too late. Sorry, I've done a lot of talking today, and I don't have any water. But if we paid for all of that stuff, if we didn't have a product backed stablecoin, but everything was just a kind of like circular economy with SPS, it would be perfect, because then we would pay for packs in SPS. Half of that would go to the team, half of that would go to the DAO, and then the DAO can choose to reissue that in the future. Right now, Matt, we're sending all this DEC to the DAO, and I agree with Matt that DEC should be burned. But we could actually be refilling the DAO with an asset that it can use for future rewards at some point. Blockchain says, I can't wait to do 6-player race on Mooncart with everyone on your channel. It'll be fun. Me too. I was so excited for Genesis League because I thought we'd be able to do a lot with that. But I don't know, that game just doesn't. I just haven't been able to crack it yet in terms of figuring out how to enjoy it. You want more game modes and SPS utility? How about Double or Nothing? Heads up battle with different SPS buy-in burnt into DEC to pay the winner. Heads up battle with different SPS buy-in. What is that? What do you mean? I mean, here's the thing. I don't want people to feel like they're losing out. I'm not trying to gamble here. It's just like, if you lose, then you turn your SPS into if you lose, then you have to turn your SPS into DEC. I mean, actually, you know what? Screw the delegation. If you want to do that now, if you want to challenge, if you want to challenge, send me some SPS. If you win, I'll send you your SPS back, and then you'll watch on stream as I burn the SPS into DEC. And just because we have to verify it, right? And if I win, or sorry, if you win, then I'll send it back to you as DEC. I'm getting lost. If I win, then I'll burn it and send it back to you as DEC. If you win, then you'll get to watch me burn my own SPS here. It's been a long day, guys. All right. Should the DAO consider finding a third party to hire in order to start delivering now that the DAO has some value available? I'd love for this to happen, but I almost feel like the DAO cannot really operate unless it has buy-in from the Splinterlands team. So this is something that you need to ask them. And I think if you ask them, they're not going to be very open or receptive to it, because that would require resources and time from the team to integrate stuff. Like the DAO could hire its own developer, which I think would be great. But who's going to train that dude? Who's going to like teach him the ins and outs of a lot of things within Splinterlands? Like that comes down to the team. Reward cards for certain win milestone. Maybe from the burn. All right. Yes. HLM agreed. Who's HLM? Oh, Harry Larry McNary. I like that. Okay. We all know that no battle helpers are being used in the top champ leaderboard and tournament accounts. I mean, I'm not saying this because I don't believe you, Tails. But evidence. We need evidence. And I'm okay with I'm okay with even circumstantial evidence. I'd be curious to see why you believe that. Because I agree with you. It's probably happening. I wouldn't be surprised if we even had some low-level bots in bronze. But how do we track that stuff? All right, so Alicios, considering the team will not be able to deliver anything in 2024, let's be honest. That's a little too bearish. I think they'll be all right in 2024. Man, sorry guys, my throat is so dry now. Hold on, give me 1 second. I'm just gonna go grab some water. I'll be right back. All right, sorry about that. I just felt like I was coughing into the mic a lot because I couldn't mute it on time. All right, so Icy Flow says, Aggie said moon carts will be mobile ready at the full launch in the future, but I'll take that with a grain of salt. Mobile needs to be the focus of any new game. Computers can run any mobile game. So you know what he said about that too? Or was it there or in the white paper? It's not just mobile ready, but they were going to have apps on iOS and Google Play. I don't know where I saw that, but we need to go back and check. I also said GLG would be a great sports game. I never believed anything about GLG, but Mooncarts is a different developer, so I have hope for that. Yep. All right. So I'd like to see the DAO hire some of the third-party devs and integrate more outside devs. I wouldn't mind. It's just I think you need to have buy-in from the team. Like, here's the thing: could the DAO hire Axler Twinblade, who's a phenomenal asset to this community? I totally think they should. I mean, I think the team should hire him, but if the DAO hires him to like create some awesome stuff, and we want that integrated in the game, it's still going to require team buy-in. And I don't know where the team's at on that. And I don't know if it's like, I don't know if there's almost like an ego to it as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't want the DAO to like hire someone and then come help us do our job. And again, I don't even think that would be the case. I think Matt, Nate, like they're all like super collaborative. But in a way, it is stepping on toes. A racing game where I collect tokens but can lose them to other players is going to be a lot of fun and very competitive. 100%. Mooncarts is an app. If so, dope. I believe so, yeah. All right, so I mean, fully integrated on mobile, that player base you said after sound could come to pass. I mean, I really think that if Mooncarts is even just decent, guys, check this out, right? Like, I mean, there's a ton of cool games out there in the ecosystem. We don't need to have the fanciest game. If you take a playable, fun game that is kind of a ripoff of Mario Kart, which is, dude, I love that game. It's super fun. Do I play it all the time? No, because I mean, it's a video game. But would I play it on stream with friends with the ability to earn? Yeah, I'd probably never go back to Mario Kart again, because if there's a decently generic reskin version of it that exists in Web3, 100% will I spend my time there than in the actual Mario Kart. So I get hot seat on Killer Whale snippet. Yeah, hopefully it's good. Well, you see people like Peak Monster Splinter cards and Barons doing better UI and faster production. I don't disagree. I think they're all fantastic. I can provide stats, but it is a he said, she said conversation. Darkest Night had it right. Good guys, gals are the only ones punished. Well, he still thinks that at some point there's going to be a turnaround and they're going to allow battle hoppers again in Modern. And I'm telling him, yo, the sentiment right now is people want to remove bots from Wild. And he's like, what? He's like, if that happens, I will sell all my cards. And I was like, dude, you and probably a bunch of other people. All right, so Chris. Okay, imagine we have better card management tools, rental management tools like Peak Monsters, and charge them fees for premium features. I mean, that's what Peak Monsters is doing. How much money are they earning? I mean, I'm not. That's not derogatory or offensive anyway. I'm literally just curious because they have a premium feature. I'm just wondering how many people are using it. Red X, hey, call a key. What's up, progressive gamblers? Well, my first guild. You're very patient, transparent. Okay, cool. So, Unity 3D is target everywhere software, including console, mobile, Android. Now, so I posted a tweet just now that would be interesting to discuss here. Just say it. Hold on. Do I even have Twitter open? Let's see. Why is it not dark mode? No, but for real, why is it not dark mode? How come I can't figure it out? Oh, you know what? Tales. Tales from the Crypt. Answer. Is this the one? All right, here we go. Looks like someone got tired of losing to Grimbardoon Smith one too many times. This illustrates the fact that one of those card market devs is generally pretty shallow. It would really only take a handful of whales to alter the market dynamics. How much did he jump up to? $5? Oh, got cleaned out. Man, there were a lot of them there for like $4.50. I don't disagree. I mean, it wouldn't take too many like champion level players or players that aspired to play in champion. Well, let's, if you don't mind, we're going to get away from the tweet now. Guys, go make sure you check out Tails on Twitter. Let's actually look at the marketplace and see. Wow, $8. Oh, that's it. How many are there? 34. Wow, you cannot get a max copy even if you want to. Holy moly, check that out. $352 for 38 BCX. Game over. But you know what? I have a feeling it wasn't just one person deciding they lost. Although it's a good theory. My counter theory to this, and I have no evidence, I'm just going to put it out there, is you might have had somebody that's trying to play whale games that wants to just scoop up a ton of cards and then raise the floor price. Because I don't know how we can check who bought them, but unless we see them also combining the cards, I think we're going to see the same thing that we saw with like Mantroth, for example, right? There was a period of time when, they were all selling above like $50, 50 something bucks. And then somebody cleared out everything under $50 and it was like $70 or $80 per BCX. And then now check it out. Like, the prices come back down, but there's not even that many Mantaroths. Wow. But see, here's an interesting thought, right? Like, all right, hold on. I need to sue Abston for blinding me. My bad. Click deactivate your account to fix Twitter issues. All right, Tails. Yes, I'll probably never get a Grim. See, okay, so here's the thing that I want to respond to. You don't need it. I mean, it's good, right? It's good. In fact, it's great. But this is my problem with cards as an asset class, right? I don't have one, and I'm still having fun playing and earning in the game. And Icy Flow's here saying I'll probably never get one. Even though he wants one, I'll probably never get one. And guess what? Does that mean Icy Flow is going to stop playing? Does that mean Icy Flow won't be successful in just earning, SPS from the game? No. I mean, maybe high-level tournaments, but unfortunately, we don't have like high-level, kind of esports scene here. So it's like many people can just get by without top cards. And so in a way, it kind of feels devaluing of certain top cards, but I don't know. Maybe that's just me. All right, so Grim is damn good, especially with the rank overhaul. Mostly resellers. Well, 10K circulation, so there's still many copies. Yeah. Again, I mean, unless we see, I don't know if we can see on the blockchain who is buying them, but I'm sure we can, maybe through Peak Monsters. But yeah, unless we see them like combining all these cards, I don't know. So only need 11 Mantaroths until rank battle rework. Sales Master only 500 for max. I bit the bullet 2 weeks ago. You know what scared me a little bit though? If you guys listen to People's Guild podcast with Matt, shout out to People's Guild podcast. But if you listen to that episode, they were kind of complaining about the meta being too heavy on Grimbardoon Smith and Lily, and how like cripple should be impact, like immunity's OP. So, they've done things in the past where they've just unilaterally changed how an ability worked, right? To the frustration of many players. So my question is this, not that I'm saying that it's going to happen, not even saying that I want this to happen. I'm just saying that based on that conversation, how many people are buying a Grimbardoon Smith because you need one to win now? And then tomorrow, in tomorrow's town hall, they announce that they're nerfing immunity. I don't know. I'm not saying that that's what's stopping me from buying. I'm just saying the quiet part out loud, just in case somebody needs to hear it. There's a game from time to time that I know Grim is the best card to play and lose those, but still beat Grim most of the times in other battles. I still have trouble with, like, Grimbardoon Smith and Lily. I've only won maybe once or twice. Every time I see the lineup, I just skip the battle because I'm like, I know what's going to happen. Not enough scatter shot. All right, hold on. I keep getting blown up here. Let me see if there's anything I need to go take care of. Not at the moment. Okay. Oh, we'll still, let's do a couple more minutes here. So Bitcoin Sig, you don't need one to win. Scattershot kills Grim from the back line. Yasek, RNG. Yeah, okay. So you guys aren't sending me. I get the message. Nobody wants to burn SPS. That's fine. So let me just go play some battles now. Let's see. Am I close to? All right. Let's see if I can get to 11 chests. Because my R shares are gonna diminished significantly, or have been diminished significantly. So this will probably be the last time for the next couple of days that I get double-digit chests, because it's going to be tough now that I'm in gold 3. Oh shoot! Why did they close? Oh, there we go. Camo was better before they change it. Blight was OP. Yeah, I mean, so there you go. That's kind of a nerf to Dr. Blight. The ability that doubles damage to non-attack cards kills him fast. Oppress, yeah, but we just don't see too much Oppress out there, do we? I kind of want to do a Lily with something again. Let's try. I'm picking life. I'm literally thinking one card, but let's grab. There's 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh shoot! We're kind of out then. All right. I'm not saying that this is the best team, but I think it's a fun team. So we'll see. We'll see if it gets a win. Yo, Virus is here. I'll bet that some of the airdrop legendaries will be good at press cards. Let's hope so. Whatever the next one is after Rage, but we're gonna have to wait 2 months for that. Whoa, I haven't even checked the conflicts leaderboard in a minute. Who's winning? Did I even get one chance? Dude, what, you know, it'd be crazy if I got one chance and then I ended up getting a gold foil. That'd be sick. All right, I think I can win. As long as Dr. Blight never hits me. Okay. One more. Then we're juiced. Oh, come on. Can you hit the poison? Just do something productive, please. Look, see, that Dr. Blight knows how to do it. It's not that hard. Damn, see, like we could have gotten rid of this guy now. Okay. Clutch. All right, I'm going to need you to hit the poison again, Dr. Blight. It would save us some time. Oh my God. Just come on. For real. All right. Very good. Very good. Oh, you should have gone in a different order. All right. So far, so good. Getting those misses. Miss there. All right. Now it doesn't matter, right? Perfect. Okay. Couple more dodges or misses, phases, whatever you want to call them. Bro, that's a 5-speed difference and he touched you. Not cool. Clutch. All right. So, see, this is my makeshift Grimbardoon Smith. For anybody who's looking for strategy, this is my new... Oh, this is only level 2 Dr. Blight. Gold foil. Oh, you came in with your hands tied behind your back. I was scared for a second. I'm not anymore. Although, I mean, level 2 could still mess me up if he hit the affliction. But I think we all know where this game is headed now. GG's. 4.3 in gold 3. Let's go. 15% win streak, 10% focus, 10% gold, 30% alpha promo cards. It's my favorite combo. Oh, we hit 11 already. Well, that was short-lived. Let's do another battle. And And let's see. Yeah, balance will come with the new 9 airdrop legendaries. Dude, you know, it would be crazy if that first legendary summoner has a press. Imagine all your units having a press. That'd be crazy. Rage Grim is going to be tough. Yeah. I went from 50th to 72nd. I haven't bought any Rebellion cards in a week because of the prices. With ambush combo, it may scavenge some wins. Nice. All right. Man, they really spamming this. What is this called? Born Again rule set. I kind of like, I know there's not enough mana for everything that I want to do here. Oh, whoops. Like, what I really should be doing is you know what? Screw it. Let's go with Tarsa. That gives us a little more wiggle room. Yeah. Yeah. I like a do the cha-cha. Actually, you know what? I mean, he's cool and all. Yeah, screw it. Let's just do it. I don't like the Steam at all. I just like playing the Redemption on Born Again. See, I thought about taking 2-mana guy out and throwing her in for that purpose. But let's see. How many blasts are we going to get? Oh, we're going to get one. Oh, that'd be clutch. Okay. Oh, no, we're not going to get any blast. Damn it. Any blast damage to, what's his name? Hold on. I want to see how this plays out. Just out of curiosity. I'm so curious. Bro, everybody's missing. What's going on here? Beep, 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 beep. All right, this is happening at the end of the turn, which means I should get another attack out of the rats. Beautiful. Oh, but he comes back with armor. I think it's fantastic. We still haven't triggered that thing. We're still going to lose. I don't know why I'm watching this dumb game. Like I actually had a chance. All right, let's see. Oh, I want to check my conflicts thing. Thank you guys for reminding me. Enter conflict. Enter conflict. Okay. Oh shoot, we're closing out on 2 hours. Well, it's still fun to hang out with you guys even now at this time. So, I mean, I feel like we have what, 30 to 40 people on stream. So is this time terrible? I mean, I'm not going to be live every Tuesday like that. I don't know. But now I'm not scared to go live at this time. Seems like people are still willing to come hang out. So thanks for being here. I have how many? I don't have a single. Oh, I have 8 chances. Oh, y'all are screwed. I'm going to get 8 BCX. Oh, man. This is going to be wonderful. RNG is on my side. Dude, check this out. 231,000 chances for 4,000 cards. But yo, check this out. 1,000 real players in the game. I think we're all aligned on that, right? 1,000 players who are willing to participate in Rebellion, which I would say is like the core player base. I'm sure you have many players that aren't playing in Rebellion, but I would say that if they didn't buy wagons, maybe they're not like super serious. I'm I'm getting 352,000 conflict points per hour. Nice. I see you, Hank. I'm coming for you. Wait, hold on. Who's at the top of the leaderboard? Brave Tofu? Kestrin? See, what we don't know is how many guaranteed chances are there? Is it every time you hit 200? We can calculate that, right? Oh my God, there's going to be so many guaranteed. So Brian says, Rebellion is super low supply. I leveled up the spare car or sport card, had to buy out the market and moves from alt to complete. New listings tried $8 per BCX. Oof. But I don't think they sold. 24 hours, prices back. 366 kilometers per hour. What are we talking about here? RNG mist poison never go off fast is what made me stop playing back then. All right, can't complain. My Rebellion set doubled in value. All right, also tried some mini whale games with pack openings and buyout market and attempt resale. Running price up is consistent, too much risk and too little value. Yeah, I mean, it's fun to play mini whale games. I'm always tempted by it, but I just can't. There's always people who are just going to undercut you and make it not worthwhile. First 2 days of Rebellion, everything was so cheap I spent a bunch. I prefer night streams. My new job, I don't have time to listen. Oh, I thought you didn't like the channel anymore. I see, Flo. You hadn't showed up in a minute. No, I get it. Thanks for being here now. We'll definitely do some night streams. Mornings we'll still have morning streams too, but some mornings I'll be running around and taking care of stuff. So I'm enjoying the stream tons, but I'm still out and about. Love it. Brave Tofu has like 30k in Rebellion cards. Wow. If we say 3x the current reward chances, we might see 4,057 guaranteed. That's pretty much in line with the 4,000 standard. Damn, but what if the RNG is crazy? I have 8 chances. What if I get like 3 cards? That's gonna suck it's not gonna suck for people who got guarantees, but we'll see how long the tail gets. All right, guys, I'm gonna hop off. That is all I got for you guys today. I will plan to stream tomorrow at some point, either not before, but maybe we can start a little bit during the town hall, so we can do a little bit of a live reaction if people want to come hang out here, but definitely streaming into the post town hall time frame. And yeah, we'll chat then. I'll figure out if I can do something over the weekend. If not, then I don't know. We'll find a time. We'll find a time to hang out, because I'm sure there'll be a lot to talk about after the town hall tomorrow. And I'm not saying that because I know anything, but there usually is a decent amount of stuff, and we're not getting them every week. So take chances, divide by 200. So 1159 guaranteed copies right now. Well, it's only if you have 200 plus. I haven't had a day off in 3 weeks. Can't even listen on the weekends. Oh man, brutal. Well, I hope you're stacking that cash, buying some Bitcoin, and you're able to retire in about 18 months. All right, guys, have a good one. I'll catch y'all later. Peace.